Hello everyone, thanks for your attending this webinar here. It is actually Nico's Market Combo, a market intelligence provider in China since 2001. Welcome to today's webinar, Vitamin China Market under Current Heavy Industry Development. In China, though the COVID-19 are under control now, we still need to wear a mask when go out. There is no doubt that the masks have been added into the to buy hot list in 2020.
Agreed, and health becomes the most popular topic in this special period. Today, we will follow up these topics and focus on one of the health products we're familiar with, vitamins, and to see their market development under the health trend. Hoping this webinar will be helpful for you.
Yes, as usual, the webinar will be recorded and sent to you later. If you have any questions, please write it down in the chat box or send to your account manager. After this webinar, we will reply you by email as soon as possible. Before we begin, we'd like to thank for the support for our research team in advance.
All the information we'll provide are from our brand CCM and Chainalysis. CCM is focused on the market research and has online platform covering agriculture, chemical, and food and feed industry. Another brand, Chainalysis, provides import and export analysis such as the import-export price, quantity, origin or destination country, manufacturers, buyers, etc. Visualized charts and graphics will also include in our platform. Please don't hesitate to reach our team if you'd like to know more about the platforms and our products.
Yes, and now let's go ahead for today's agenda. In the next 30 minutes, the webinar will include global healthy trends under COVID-19 and rising popularity of free vitamins. Then, we will discuss market price and export analysis for vitamin C, vitamin D, and vitamin B3, and analyze the market potential of vitamins under the heavy industry development. Except of the topic above, we will review the hit products M&M and these concepts to raise the profile for vitamin B3. According to advertisement of M&M is the key to maintain youth. I'm very interested in M&M and wonder if this product is amazing as what they publicize.
So do I. Anti-aging always the topic in the spotlight for ladies, and we will talk about it later. At the beginning, let's have a brief acknowledgement for the health trend. The background of the health trend is the change of social needs and disease spectrum, which help to improve people's health literacy. In 2020, the outbreak of COVID-19 has had a great impact on people's consumption awareness and habits, promoting them to shift the emphasis to health. At present, the expanding health trend is on the upswing, which is expected to boost the demand for vitamins. How to keep healthy and improve immunity has become the public's priority so as to fight off the COVID-19. As a result, Chinese consumers has been increasingly seeking for the medical health, purchasing epidemic prevention materials and medicines, as well as the healthcare products.
Sure, taking healthcare product industry as an example, we can see from this graph that the market size of the healthcare products increasing year on year. In 2018, market size of China healthcare products reached $45.51 billion. Healthcare products has enjoyed sharp rise, result from people raising awareness on the healthy brought by the epidemic, and this market size is expected to support $60.68 billion this year.
Besides, we also notice that vitamins occupy an important market position when consumers choose to buy drugs and health products. CCM's investigation across China also revealed that from January to November 2020, vitamin and mineral drugs made up 46% of drug demand via online shopping, second only to the digestive system drugs. Compared with the investigation CCM did before, the vitamin supplement market witnessed a roughly 30% growth after the outbreak of COVID-19. Actually, Have you ordered a vitamin supplement from the internet as well?
No, but my friend did have ordered a vitamin supplement for Taobao in last month, the Double 11 festival we know. And as the market size growing of the vitamin market you introduced, I also wonder the development for different vitamins in this trend. Is they have any special performance for the COVID-19 and under healthy trend?
That's what I'm going to talk about. Now we will have involved in the three vitamins that have outstanding performance. Firstly, let's have an overview for the three vitamins application first. For vitamin C, there are about 95% are used in medicine and food, 4% in feed and 1% in cosmetics. And roughly 70% of vitamin D3 are used in feed and 30% in medicine and food. About 67% of the vitamin B3 are used in feed and 20% in medicine and cosmetic industry, while 13% in food industry. Under the health trend, vitamins occupy a more important position in consumers' demand. On February 8, 2020, Chinese medical experts jointly issued the COVID-19 prevention and nutrition dietary guidelines, suggesting that patients infected with COVID-19 and those in the recovery period can use nutritionally fortified food, formula food for special medical purpose, or nutrient supplements. Adequately supplement protein and micronutrients such as the vitamin A, vitamin C, and vitamin D.
And based on expert guidelines, let's move forward to market situation of vitamin C. Firstly, let's take a look at some news from vitamin C in prevention and treatment of COVID-19. Medical expert in China has conducting a clinical trial of high-dose vitamin C for a treatment of COVID-19 and have been registered on the U.S. clinical trial website. Other medical authority also suggesting that vitamin C can be used clinically for prevention COVID-19 medicines.
In other countries, Northwell Health Medical Institution in New York stated that vitamin C is widely used in New York hospitals for the treatment of COVID-19. Researchers in the United States have recommended that high dose of vitamin C, vitamin D is as a safe infection and low-cost way to help the immune system to fight off the COVID-19 and other acute respiratory disease.
Those news make me more curious toward the development for the vitamin C, Nicole.
Glad to hear that. As you wish, we will go ahead to the more market info of vitamin C now. We can see from this chart that vitamin C is seeing a rebound from its historical low. Through the depressed market in 2018 and 2019, vitamin C has attracted more attention in 2020, and its price has rebounded from the bottom. COVID-19 has pushed up the demand for vitamin C worldwide, and that has become one of the factors in the recovery of vitamin C's prices. It is worth noting that the benefiting from the rising demand for the vitamin C healthcare products, the price of food-grade vitamin C rose more sharply than that of other grades. Accordingly, some insiders do not expect the further bullish news from the fixed-grade vitamin C.
I see, and I also noticed some producers for VC have some action toward this as well. On 3 November, CSPC Pharma and Shandong Luwei Pharma raised their quotation up to 33.33% compared with the 4,550.90 US dollar per ton at the end of October. With many orders on hand, the two enterprises hesitate to take orders from prospective clients and have been expect a stronger rebound in VC prices. Also, Zhejiang NHU Company also raised the price of this VC. The specification is 99% powder food grade to 52,000 RMB per ton on 16 November.
In the export concept, China's vitamin C export volume witnessed a sharp increase from the first quarter to the third quarter, driven by the vitamin C's immunity support and prevention effects against the coronavirus. China's vitamin C has enjoyed sharp growth in the export volume on a year-on-year basis. As shown by the China Customs, domestic vitamin C export volume from the first quarter to the third quarter is nearing the volume and value for the entire 2019. CSPC Pharma revealed in its 2020 interim report that its vitamin C business witnessed a clear growth benefit from the stronger demand for healthcare products from the overseas market.
Wow, it seems that vitamin C's market has significant change indeed.
Yes, in addition to vitamin C, I noticed that the vitamin D also have some obvious changes under the health trend, right, Ashley?
Yes, you're right. Let's view some reports on VD prevention and treatment for COVID-19 before we start our tours of discovery the VD markets under the heavy cans. In China, the nutrition expert and medical authority emphasize that the medical function of vitamin B, vitamin A, vitamin C, vitamin D, and other micronutrients for who have inadequate nutrition intake, the older people, and chronic disease sufferers to supply their protein. Other countries like Ireland experts state that the role of VD in preventing chest infections is proven, particularly from the elders with low level of VD. Those who take vitamin D can lower this risk of chest infections by 50%. American Boston universities found VD play an important role in improving immunity and in prevention and infection, and the sufficient VD can be even cut by 52% the risk of death caused by the COVID-19. The Sun also reports the authority in Spain has carried out an investigation into whether vitamin D can help save COVID-19 patient lives.
Actually, as it has the outstanding performance as vitamin C, I wonder that if vitamin D's development was similar as vitamin C's.
Nice guess, Nichols, but for the chance we can see that VD3 price come down after a strong, which is different from VC. China VD3 has been in short supply in early 2020 after this jumping price in 2019. VD3 price witnessed a strong recovery in the first quarter and the second quarter, which was fueled by China's prohibition of cholesterol for animal brains and genetic supply shortage, and price hikes from some leader manufacturers. But we can see in the first quarter, the VD3 price started to fall, affected by weak demand for the downstream feed industry, despite reports on VD3 treatments for COVID-19. VD price did not enjoy obviously growth because only 30% of VD is used in pharmaceutical and food, while roughly 70% is applied to feed industry.
Oh, I see. Consider the domestic market price of vitamin D like this. How about the export situation of vitamin D3?
Seeing from this chart, on the first quarter of 2020, China VD3 export volume represented an increase of 22.75% year-on-year, despite the broader transportation and suspended production affected by the COVID-19 outbreak in China. However, China's VD export price did not enjoy obviously growth because only about 30% of VD is used in pharmaceutical and food, while roughly 17% is applied to feed. Plus, the epidemic did not spread worldwide in the first quarter.
Except for the vitamin C and vitamin D, vitamin B also attracts customers' attention with the increased popularity of NAD+ and NMN. NAD+ powers the metabolism of human cells. As humans age, the NAD+ content in the human body decreases, which leads to a decrease in mitochondrial activity and accelerates the body's aging. Learning from the following scientific research, as NAD+ is too large to be supplemented by the human body through the oral or other methods, so supplementing the direct precursors NMN becomes an effective way to supplement the NAD+ to delay the aging.
I see. With the rapid developments of science and technology and the aging populations, no wonder M&M healthy products become an upstart in the global healthy products industry and be highly concerned by consumers in 2020.
You're right, the NMN product is the celebrity in China as well. In July 2020, DRB's NMN products went on hot sale, and July the 8th, DRB began to put the beta NMN products and trial sales in its official flagship store on Tmall. This batch all the products were sold out, and the stock was out of stock afterwards. Institutional data shows that the global anti-aging market size in 2019 was $190 billion US, an increase of 8.3% year-on-year. It is estimated that the M&A industry is expected to reach a market size of 100 billion yuan in the long term.
Yes, I would like to share a report and when share for you the M&M is in other country. On April 20, 2020, the American doctor jointly published a case report stated that a 55-year-old patient with several COVID-19 received oral M&M cocktail therapy after only one time and was successfully discharged from the hospital after 10 days. The M&M cocktail therapy mentioned here is based on M&M, which is used orally together with betaine, zinc sulfate, and sodium chloride solution. Professor in Harvard University believe that the boosted M&M is helpful to fight against COVID-19 and recommend that people supplement M&M to restore the MAD plus content in the body to the level of U and improve immunity. The University of Louisville papers also point out that the supplementation of MAD plus precursors such as MND, MAM has a positive effect on the treatment of COVID-19. Supplementation of MAD plus may be the key to helping the innate immune system overcome COVID-19.
I have read these NN reports from the internet, and it also raises the netizens' discussion towards the NNN market. As the market size grows of NNN, vitamin B3, as the raw material for preparing the M&M also has increased the popularity accordingly. At present, there are three main production processes for the M&M: solid-state yeast fermentation process, chemical synthetic process, and enzymatic process. The solid-state yeast fermentation process has low production, high production cost, and high price. The chemical synthetic process is easier to control, but it also easier to produce the additional impurities during the production process. The product purity includes the 40%, 80%, 90%, 95%, etc. Due to the high specificity of the enzyme, the enzymatic process is basically free of additional impurities, and the purity of the product is basically about 99%. In the chemical synthetic process and enzymatic process, vitamin B3 can be used as a raw material for preparing the M&M, so the market attention of the vitamin B3 is increasing.
Got it. And I guess M&S concepts have some positive impact for the price of VB3, right?
Right, in the first and the second quarter of the 2020, with the support of the market trend, Chinese vitamin B3 manufacturers have a strong mentality to maintain prices, and the market is stable and strong. On March the 2nd, 2020, Belarus increased the price of collagen by 20% to 25%, and collagen is an important raw material for the production of vitamin B3. Meanwhile, due to the rapid spread of the epidemic abroad, India has implemented a 21 days closure measures, and the supply of vitamin B3 batteries in India is limited. On March 26, 2020, Shandong Kunda raised the price of fig-grade vitamin B3 to 62,000 yuan per ton due to the tight production of materials. In the third quarter of 2020, as there are only about 33% of the vitamin D is used in pharmaceutical and food, and due to the factors such as overseas COVID-19 affecting the vitamins purchase demand, the price of vitamin B3 has fallen.
And beneficially from the M&M market, China vitamin B3 volume and price rise in the first quarter of 2020. In first quarter of 2020, China vitamin B3 exports are still rising in volume and prices, with an export volume of 5,194 tons. Compared with the fourth quarter of 2019, the export price of 3,232.50 tons increased by 57.89% month-on-month. The export price was $5,394.6 per ton, an increase of 3.64% for $5,204.80 per ton in fourth quarters of 2019. That's despite the COVID-19 outbreak in China. Vitamin B3 manufacturers have delayed shipment due to the suspensions of production and work, and logistics and transportation are blocked.
Backing to the health trend, generally speaking, although the coronavirus has slashed the vitamin demand from the downstream industries, the widening health trend brought about by the pandemic is expected to be an impetus for the vitamin's growth.
And thanks for sharing, Nicole. We got many of information for vitamin industry under the healthy chance. And for the healthy chance, I have the one last questions. Except for the vitamins, which products will be the superstar under the current chance in your opinion?
There are many concepts for the health trend like sugar reduce, weight control, alternative protein, clean meat, etc. Health products like sugar alcohol products, plant-based products, and personal care products like omega-3 and DHA will be more popular in the future. And we have all these related reports in promotion now. If you are interested in it, please do not hesitate to contact your account managers.
Yes, and by the way, we will participate in the CPHI Shanghai Expedition this Wednesday. If you have any China market info want to know about from the expeditions or want to meet us there, please feel free to contact us. And also, thank you very much for attending this webinar. We hope you can get some happy information from the presentation. And all the information and report in this webinar was able found in our brand CCM and Chainalysis. If you want to know more detail from the products mentioned above, just feel free to contact us to reach the sample and have a deeper understanding for our SWOT.
Also, welcome to give us your webinar suggestion. Under the developing health trend, we would like to know your precious idea for the industry. It will be very helpful to us to select the next webinar topics from your suggestions. Thanks again and have a nice day. See you in our next webinar.
Thanks, and please stay safe in the next day, and Merry Christmas in the coming. Yes, bye.
Bye.